Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Nice to see you all this morning. Nice, lively chat going on. All good. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we've got a lot to talk about and information coming out today and tomorrow with potentially a big short. Remember the film? Well, we're seeing it play out now. Mr. Burry is shorting the market and expecting a massive crash. And we are starting to see a correction, no doubt about it. But is it going to go as far as a full market crash? Well, that's to find out and for you to decide. Let's have a look at where we are this morning. As you can see, my portfolio is just about the same as the S&P. The S&P is down in blue. I'm in red. As you can see, I'm just matching it at the moment. I'm starting to buy back more S&P to give balance to my portfolio, to take away from my high risk. I've got enough Tesla for now. I've got enough space for now. I've got enough AI for now. I've got all the innovative stocks, solar and all the rest of it. I need to start building some stability into my portfolio as well, like the S&P, like J&J, Coca-Cola, all these kind of things. Good, solid companies that make profits. Certainly companies that are inflationary proof, if you like, or more resilient. As we enter this down stage. We've had a massive rally this year. It's why I've taken profits off the top. 17% rally. It's why my S&P now is trimmed down and now I'm starting to buy back. But anyway, let's have a look. That's the main account. The Roth IRA, it's pretty much the same story, just behind the S&P, not that far away. But there we go. Let me just make a slight tweak to that a minute. I want to make a slight adjustment to that. Sometimes you need to make an adjustment live. You can't do things when you're off air. That's better. There we go. Just retweaked that one. All right. So there's that. And my main position overall down quite a bit, down over $4,000. $4,000. We were at 58,000 just a few weeks ago. So as you can see, we've had quite some downturn. But anyway, let's go through all our positions and let's see what's moving today. We'll cover the news on Bloomberg and Sky. First of all, big congratulations, of course, to the Lionesses in England. England are in to the World Cup final. Absolutely fantastic. I've never seen a World Cup final for England football in my entire life. So it's wonderful to see that. With semi-finals many times, but a final of the World Cup, not in my lifetime. Anyway, let's go. Let's go through all our positions. Here we go. Let's have a look at where we are this morning. Overall portfolio is down. Virgin Galactic. Now look at this. We are down today, and we are down 19.6% on the week. That's some drop. 25% on a month. Just when I said, and it's frustrating because I said repeatedly that Virgin Galactic is going down to 150, but after the last earnings, I felt I wanted to be in. It wasn't FOMO. I liked some of the things I was hearing. I still said there was a $3 bottom, but it's gone below. And in my heart of hearts, it was 150. I wished I'd waited and bought in at this level. But then, you hindsight is a great thing, right? But I also said at that same time that I wanted to get 4,000 shares and I hadn't gone all in on my first purchases, that I would wait to buy the rest. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just buying in, too easily. Now, even if it goes up from here, I don't really mind. Well, of course, that'd be great. But I don't want to double my position until it gets much lower. And even if it does go much lower, that doesn't give the green light to, yes, let's go all in. Let's if it goes lower, we're going to reassess it. We're going to get Sensei on the case. We're going to look at the charts, what that tells us. We're going to look at the fundamentals, the balance sheet, the next earnings, and who's investing, who's not, who's in, who's out. What are the company doing? What's the sentiment on the ground? We're not just going to buy it at $1 because that's what happened to Virgin Orbit, and that's not what you want to do. Palantir, This one is the same. I started buying in this one, and this has just continued going down since we bought it. Gold is getting better and better every day. S&P, I trimmed it at 417. I keep knocking it back. So now I'm starting to build it up again. Amazon is pretty flat right now, just down slightly. Apple is up slightly. NEE, now this could be the savior of my portfolio, because in my main account and my Roth, so I've got two positions, 4,000, 5,000, 5,100, a decent amount of money here. I'm down though a lot. I'm down 437 and 500. So then down nearly $600 on my next era energy. But we're hoping the end of the week, it's the ex-dividend date coming up. This could rally, and it's why it is going up right now. Because the dividends, I think 46 cents a share. So very, very good dividend on this stock. So we are certainly holding out for that. Anyway, let's bring everyone's comments on the screen. Who was here first? In the live chat, that is. Not pre-show. Pre-show, I can't share your comments. From the main show, I can. Mike, how are you? Lovely to have you here. Good morning from Nova Scotia. Adam M, welcome. Welcome. We've got several members of our channel here from Canada. Lovely to have you here. Is that any good luck with your parcel, Leah? What have you been waiting for? Oh, no, the normal stuff, right? Okay. Leah's been waiting for some stuff on Amazon, and it got lost. And we're hoping that it might turn up. Anyway. Fibonacci Blue, good morning, all. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to you. One of our new members, for those of you who don't know, if you've not made friends yet, with Fibonacci Blue, you can tell our new members because they have blue badges. They then turn green, yellow, gold, ultimate, and ever. Our oldest members are gold. No one has turned red or pink yet. That's a little ways to go, but there you go. Fibonacci Blue, remind us where you're from. I think it's America, isn't it? United States. Nonny315, good morning all. Niels, hi. Same with the Dutch team. Yeah, Niels. Yeah, of course, Johan Cruyff and all of that. I remember all of that growing up. Anyway, so Niels, understand. Hello, Sensei Crypto. How are you, Ali? Henrik, good morning from Denmark. Ravel from Russia, good morning to you. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to our show today. Lovely to see you. How are things today with you? Enphase Energy is flat right now. Still 18% now. Germany. Oh, yes, that's right. We spoke to you in German, didn't we? That's right. Let me give Germany a nice welcome this morning. All right, here we go. Good morning, Fibonacci. Welcome to you and all guests today from Germany. Lovely to have you here. Despite the market being down, we're all here to support each other, learn, share information, and help each other out. Great to see you, and love to everyone over there in Germany.
Guten Morgen, Fibonacci, willkommen bei Ihnen und allen heutigen Gästen aus Deutschland. Ich freue mich, dass Sie hier sind, auch wenn der Markt rückläufig ist. Wir sind alle hier, um uns gegenseitig zu unterstützen, zu lernen, Informationen auszutauschen und uns gegenseitig zu helfen. Schön, Sie zu sehen und liebe alle da drüben in Deutschland.
So just thought I mentioned this a few moments ago, so we will share this on the screen. England get into the World Cup final, the very first time in history. Absolutely wonderful stuff. I will play that back because where we're looking now is a little bit, we just missed a little bit. So let's go back. Just bear with me. See if I can just scroll it back a little bit. Show you those scenes. Here we go. This is the scenes I wanted to show you. England in the World Cup final. Fantastic. Congratulations to them. And it's quite a shame, isn't it, that because they're the ladies' game, the Lionesses, they don't get the attention that the guys do. I mean, I'm a really, really big England fan. I mean, I face paint. I watch all the games. I've been to Wembley. I've travelled for it. You know, I wear all the shirts. You know, I'm really into it. But I just cannot get excited about the ladies' game, which seems unfair, doesn't it, really, to those ladies? But I have to say, I got a bit excited this morning when I woke up and saw it. I thought, oh, hang on a minute. I'm excited about it now. Not in the same way, though. When they, you know, when the whistle went and they were in the final, I would have been literally going berserk around the house if it had been the men. I was happy and pleased and congratulating them, but I don't feel that I want to roar and cheer and shout. It's just not in me. And it's funny because when you listen to the game, it sounds completely different because 90% of them, the fans, are ladies, right? And you don't have that roar of when the men play. It's like a roar, you know, that sort of sound. The chanting, the roaring, whatever. The ladies, it's a much higher pitched, you know, sort of pleasant cheering rather than an army going to war sort of thing. It does sound very different. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but if you actually watch the games, you will notice that it sounds very, very different than when the men are playing. Anyway, let me read. Sensei says, is your internet plugged directly into your Mac Studio? Yes, it is. Why'd you ask that? Why'd you ask that, Sensei? But yeah, there's a LAN port on the back of it. When I say directly, so the internet comes into the house, so it comes into the router provided by my provider. It then goes, the modem, okay, comes into a modem. First of all, I don't use their router. I use something better. It comes into a modem, which it has to obviously it has to be the modem. It comes in from that first, and then it goes into my switch, which is a really professional. I think it's called U-Switch, not or U-Switch. No, it's something else. It's called something else. And what it does, it allows the other internet, the backup internet, which is a separate provider, to come in. So I have two internets, if you like, providers coming into my switch. It's a balancer. I forget the name of it, but it's a really professional thing. And from there, it comes into it goes into my router. My router is a Google Nest, which then puts the Wi-Fi around the house. But I then come out of my router directly, so it's wired out of the router, wired in directly into my Mac Studio. So yeah, that's how that works. Hi everyone, says Tizro. I'm from Australia. It's actually been massive over here. International art projects, but football isn't a mainstream sport for you, though, is it? You're more the rugby. Australia is rugby and cricket, whereas England is football. And it's getting attention in England. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as when the men are playing. But it's interesting. Anyway, like to offer condolences to, congratulations, or I should say, to Australia for making it into the third place playoff. So congratulations to Australia. They did very, very well. It was a very good game. Could have gone either way. So congratulations to you in Australia as well. Did very, very well. It was right on the wire. I don't want to hear anything football related after Netherlands versus Argentina. I bet you don't. Neil. Sorry about that. Fibonacci, I love it. Fibonacci is also on Twitch. Now, you may remember yesterday, Fibonacci went all in. He's like becoming my top fan. Mike's got some competition now. He's subscribed for a year on Twitch. There we go. He's following us everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, it seems, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. and also I saw on Rumble. So thank you for all your support. I hope you've taken part in, look at that. How are you doing this? I thought I was doing well by being on multiple platforms. Look at you, look. Fibonacci's over there as well. F5 Tornado high. I just bought some NE yesterday. Congratulations. Good time to buy it for the dividends. 46, 47 cents a share. It's bound to go up. So anyway, let me refresh that screen because that's not quite right. There we go. That's better. Let me put a hi into my Rumble audience. Good morning to you. Welcome to you. Excellent stuff. I'm talking about the football. 70,000 fans, pubs have been full. Yes, Australia is rugby and cricket. Yeah, absolutely. Delph. Hi, Martin. What do you think of space? What would be a good entry point at 250? Well, you've got to look at it now. There's only two ways to look at this. If you're buying Virgin Galactic, SPCE, you've got to look at it of one of two ways. Really, only one of two ways. Either when a stock goes this low, it's never great. It could be the end. It could go bankrupt. No question about it. Remember, great companies that exist today, like Amazon, Tesla, all went through these moments. When they came out, they were worth nothing, right? And now where they are today. So you have to consider that this could go bust. This is not good. They have a lot of debt. They're running out of cash. There's no path to profitability yet. There isn't. Speculative. We're hoping for the future, so on and so forth. Right now, this is a very, very dangerous stock. They are desperate to dilute. 150 is like back. I don't want to say it, but it's kind of back on the cards really, because they've got to dilute, and they need to do it sooner than later, and the stock price just keeps going down, and there's no reason for it to go up. So you've got to consider that if you're buying this, you could be burning your money, like they are. If you, on the other hand, think it's a great investment for the future, 5 years from now, Virgin Galactic's $100. Does it matter if you buy it for 280, 250, 2, 1? Of course not. Because once it starts going up above 10, you won't care where you bought it, will you? It won't matter. So it comes down to a simple question. Do you believe Virgin Galactic is going bust? Or do you believe it's got a future? If you believe it's got a future, buy it anywhere you like. And if you want a dollar cost average, which is kind of what I'm doing, but don't do it every 1 or 2%. Do it every 20, 30, 40, 50%. I'm down 20% on it now. So should I start buying some now? It could go a lot lower. So I'm waiting. So that's the decision you have to make. An entry point, I don't think right now is important. Unless you're thinking of buying millions and millions of shares and you're going to be the overwhelming shareholder, then fine. Maybe give that some thought. But if you're like me and you're going to buy a few thousand shares at best, then I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever now. You're either believing it for the future or you think it's going to go bust. Doesn't matter. It's one of the two. I hope that answers your question. Space not looking good on the pre-market. Okay, thanks. Might need to get my Ethernet plugged in directly. Oh, Sensei. Never. Are you telling me you're using Wi-Fi? Are you telling me you're using Wi-Fi? Oh my gosh. Never, ever, ever use Wi-Fi. Never. I'll give you an example. I can put my iPhone 14 Pro Max, Pro Plus, Pro Max, Pro Plus, right next to my router, hub. Not that it makes any difference being next to the modem, but the router, right? And I've got a good Nest, a good Nest hub mesh system. and I will get about 100, 150 megs. The computer plugged in, I'm getting, I'll share with you. I'll show you the difference. All right. Can I bring this in down to here? There you go. Oh, no, I can't. It won't let me do it. It won't let me do it. Anyway, I'll tell you. I'm getting download of, I'll measure it right now. 928. 928. There you go. 930. You'll have to take my word for it. I think I can share with you. If I drag it down here, look, can you see that? The moment I let go, it will disappear. But can you see 930 down, 35 up, right? If I use Wi-Fi, I'm getting around 100. So you'll always get a dramatically greater performance from having it plugged in. All right. So yeah, hugely. So that'll make a huge difference to you. Whatever is your spec, though, is the max. You know, if your provider says you can get up to 50 megs, if that's your speed, then you'll get 50. You'll only notice massive amounts of difference if you have got a high speed, because Wi-Fi on the hubs has some sort of limit depending on your Wi-Fi. I know that my Nest only goes up to around, I think, 200. It doesn't go any higher. The Wi-Fi doesn't go to the gig, whereas the LAN goes to the gig. So if you've only got a speed of 50, if your download speed is 50, you might not get much faster, but you'll get a much more quality feed. And what I mean by that is dropouts, pops, stuff like that, pings and all the rest of it. Your ping rate will be higher. So you'll get a much better service using your LAN than your Wi-Fi, but you might not get dramatic speeds unless you have over the Wi-Fi limit, which might be 100 or 200, depending on what system you've got. Anyway, Australians are good in swimming. Yeah, they're good at lots of things. North Pole, then continue to the South Pole, then got to landing beginning. Then, you win and look at, but else did. Please pass the message to the pilot. No idea what that means. Hi, good morning from Taiwan. How are you? Are they below cash now? Are they below cash now? Well, when we assess their cash position on the last earnings, I put about $3 on it. So yeah, technically, I don't know what they've spent, in the last few weeks, but probably, yeah. Your thoughts on KDP stock? I've got no thoughts on it. I can review it, but I've got no thoughts on it at the moment. He lost all credibility for that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Sensei. Hey, Sensei lost all credibility. Yeah, don't tell people you're only using Wi-Fi. Hey, he's good at the charts, right? He's good at the charts and crypto. I'm the one who you can laugh at if I get the internet wrong, right? You can't laugh at Sensei, right? He's not the camera studio man. He's the chart, the crypto man, right? If anyone, you've got to blame me, because I'm telling him what to do. But I've not gone into his full system. I only answer the questions that he asks me. I don't say, right, what's your setup? Let me go through every detail. I just simply answer him when he asks me questions. I could give him a million things. How to set up the desk, what chair you use, what lights. I mean, go on forever, right? Anyway, that was the flying path of space. Thanks for that. International art projects. My ASX portfolio is doing very well. AGL, electricity, AMP. International art projects. I wish you was a member because you could share all these links, your charts. You could share your information with everybody. I can verify it. I always have to be very, very careful when people give me information who aren't members, because we get scammers, bots, children, people that manipulate the stock, all kinds of stuff. So we have to take it with a pinch of salt. Anyway, Australia's two oldest companies, everyone said they were done. They both restructured. I'm up 38% with AGL, 17% with AMP. Congratulations, Art Projects. John Brown is here. Hello, good morning to you. 280, wow, yeah. Maybe he's waiting for Wi-Fi's outbreak. Brilliant. Palantir, gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple, NEE, Enphase, waiting for a bounce back on Enphase, Coca-Cola. I'm glad I have so much in Coca-Cola now. I mean, literally I have 3, 4, 6. I have $5,000 in Coca-Cola, and I'm really glad about that, because not only will it pay me a decent dividend, it's not massive, but it's a dividend king, reliable, consistently putting it up. It's protecting my portfolio. If it wasn't for my J&J Coca-Cola, I mean, if we look at that a minute, let's just get some perspective. Look, what did I say? 1, 6, 2, 3, $5,000 there, and 5, that's 8, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, $11,000, which is, 25% of my portfolio is defensive. That's really, really good for me right now. Really, really good. I'm very happy. What I want to see is J&J. It's today. Today, folks. Today is the day for the split. Here we go. Are you in on this? This is the information today. J&J's Kenvue deal could be too popular. What happens if it is? J&J, $40 billion exchange offers for shares is likely to generate strong interest from the healthcare company shareholders, resulting in participants being able to swap only a portion of their J&J stock. Johnson & Johnson is offering its holders the opportunity to exchange their shares for Kenvue at a 7% discount. I'm already in. I booked my ticket a long time ago. Their incentive appears to be drawing strong demand from retail and institutional holders, as well as Wall Street arbitrage. Index investors have reason to participate because Kenvue will be added to the S&P 500 soon after the exchange offer ends on Friday. The offer was unveiled on July 24th. This is really good. We need to actually cover this then. I need to cover this because this is very, very important, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna cover this. Properly as a video because this is today. Let me duplicate that a minute and then okay, I'm going to use this because this is very, very important. I thought it would be popular, and it certainly is. Right, I don't need two open. Let's just use this one, J&J. So what we want is J&J up and Kenvue to go down. All right. Okay, we need to make a video on this. I've got time, haven't I? 8 o'clock. Yes, I have. Right, so let's do this. Let's set the time a minute. We are looking at, let me go into some more information over here. You've got until Friday. I've already put my mark in. I'm already good. Right. Okay. Right. The time is, we're going to put a marker in here, 29 minutes. All right. J&J 29. So J&J, I want a price target for J&J. All right, I've got that. And I want a Kenview price target as well. One that I can rely on. Let's have a little look. That'll do. Okay, good. I've got some good information set up here for you. Right, let's have a look at this. So we'll do J&J now. Okay. Johnson & Johnson, just a few days away now from the split. What are you doing? On this video, we're going to discuss, if you are a Johnson & Johnson investor, whether you should exchange your position, part of it, all of it, for Kenview. I'm going to share with you exactly what I am doing, where I see it going. I'm also going to share with you the long term and the short term and the mid term. That wasn't really in the right order, was it really? Never mind. This is made during a live video. Price target of where I see it going. And also, if you wait to the end of the video, I'm going to give you a chance to win $204 in cash. Completely free to enter, free for all. Look out for that. And we're going to give away a cash prize. We're doing a nice cash prize competition at the moment. All right, so this is my J&J. Now, let me first of all say why I own J&J. First of all, we've got some information coming out later on this week. I'm making a video at the moment about the Big Short. That is because there's a very, very good chance now that the market could crash. However, just because the market crashes, that doesn't mean to say your portfolio has to crash and go all the way down. It just means the markets generally are going down, and you need to do everything that you can to protect yourself and make sure that if the markets do go down and we do get a big short, then you are in a safe position. Now, one of those positions that holds my portfolio up is J&J. I have several what I call defensive stocks. They're also regarded as sources of funds. It's where the big money goes and then gets robbed a little bit when the markets feel comfortable and safe, and they buy some Tesla, they buy some emerging stocks, maybe space or anything in emerging fields, EVs, whatever, or AI, anything like that. But right now, as you can see, my J&J is going up, and it's going up for a good reason, because everything else is going down. So defensives, J&J, it's a dividend king. People buy this in their later years when they've got plenty of money, don't need much growth, just want a nice passive income, constantly paying out dividends. And that's why when the markets are going down and they're fearful, people like to buy things like J&J and hold their positions, because it will pay you a consistent dividend. And then remember, just because a stock paid a dividend doesn't mean anything unless it's consistent. And J&J and Coca-Cola are always paying the dividends, always increasing. So, they are very, very good. Now, we know about the talcum powder situation. J&J, it's brought the stock price down now for quite a while. We've seen our portfolio fall on J&J for quite a long time. In fact, if we go back and look at it, just stand back and look at the maximum position, we can see this is now a period since 2000, so 23 years. We can see the consistent, steady growth of this company. We're having a bit of a rally right now. If we look in, we can see over the last week, the last month, it started to spike up since the market started to downturn and the fears of a big short and so on, it started to go up. It's starting to go up for two reasons. One, because we're getting some resolution on the talcum powder situation, on their earnings reports. We always cover the earnings, and we learn every time that J&J are still vehemently defending their position and saying that Johnson & Johnson baby powder does not give cancer, and there's no evidence to support it at all. All the science says absolutely not, whereas those that are still fighting J&J defend and say, yes, it does. So it's still ongoing, but J&J, like a lot of pharmaceutical companies, have insurance for this. It's not going to bring the company down one way or the other. Of course, it does affect the stock price, but I'm still confident that they can win this court case. Everything looks good for J&J, I have to be honest on it. So I'm holding my position. In fact, I'm adding, and I've been adding quite a while. I'll show you my position on my brokerage account. It's 3198, and my Roth IRA is 2391. So it's 15% of my Roth IRA protecting my account if we get a short, a big short, and 8.3 of my brokerage account. So there's my position, so I feel quite qualified to talk about it. But what am I doing with Kenvue? Why is this happening? Is this a good thing for the stock? Well, let's have a look at it. Here's Kenvue. Kenvue is owned by J&J. It's branching off from J&J. We're going to cover this news in a second and talk about it. But basically what you've got is Johnson & Johnson have grown so large now that they feel it's right to split off and separate their businesses, even though they still have interest and own and so on and so forth, be under the umbrella. They feel it's better for them to split off and focus on the different areas. Now, J&J is focusing on the pharmaceuticals, the robotics, and all this stuff, which is great. But the domestic products like Band-Aid, Listerine, and stuff like that is moving into Kenvue. All right, so it's still the great product, still the great management that we've come to expect from J&J, but just splitting up. And right now, J&J own Kenvue and they're related, right? So what they've offered a deal where you can get, for every $100, you can get $107 of Kenvue. So in the perfect scenario, what we want over the next couple of days, you have to be in on Friday and decide what you want to do. And if you are a shareholder, you would have been notified by your brokerage what your options are. And your options are, you can say, I want all of my shares to move to Kenvue. Part of it, some of it, none of it, it's up to you. Now, what does that really mean for your shares? Well, for every $100, you will get $107 of Kenvue. Now then, in an ideal world, what you want is Johnson & Johnson to go up to $1 million and Kenvue to get down to $1, and you'll end up with a really good deal. But of course, that's not going to happen because obviously it wouldn't be allowed to work like that. But anyway. Let's look at the options that you've got and how it affects you and what you're doing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing as well. What I'm doing is I have accepted to do a 50% of my J&J because I like both parts of the company. They are two separate companies now, two separate tickers, two separate managements. Even though they share a lot of the same resources, they are two different companies. I like J&J. I like the pharmaceuticals. I like all the robotics. I like all of that stuff. I also like the products they have, the Listerine, the Band-Aids, all of it. And I want to be in both. So I'm doing a 50%. Now, the question is today, what if everyone says, I'm selling all my J&J and buy Kenvue? Will Kenvue go to the moon and J&J go to zero? Well, of course, they're not going to allow that to happen. They're only allowing a certain amount to happen like that. So let's discuss what would happen and how it actually works. So I've got this bit of information here and some price targets I'm going to share with you as well. So just bear with me. Here we go. This is the overall portfolio today, as you can see, falling down. Everything's going down. This is why more and more defensive stocks is very, very important. So here it is. This is the information I wanted to share with you. J&J, What if everyone tried to sell all of these all in one go? Well, here it is. J&J, a 40 billion exchange offer for shares in Kenvue, which is now today up 1.39, is likely to generate a strong interest from the healthcare's company shareholders, resulting in the participants being able to swap only a portion of their J&J stock. Now, of course, it's going to be first come, first serve, I would imagine. I've already placed my order. I'm in, I'm done. I've said 50%. Now, obviously, I'm a small shareholder compared to the average J&J shareholder. The average J&J shareholder has a lot of shares. Much older people, more senior people have the majority of J&J for all sorts of reasons. And it could result in only a portion being able to be swapped out. Anyway, J&J is offering its holders the opportunity to exchange their shares. And remember, it's tax-free as well. You're not actually going to be selling your shares of J&J, right? You're going to be swapping them. So you might be up. I'm up. I'm up on my J&J by about 6%, I think. I was down recently, but I kept buying the dip, and now it's gone up. I won't be selling for a profit, which is great because it allows me to sell at a higher price, buy a lower price, smaller company, tax-free, and get the discount. So that's really great. That's why everybody loves it, right? J&J is offering its shareholders the opportunity to exchange their shares for Kenvue at 7% discount to Kenvue's market price. So that incentive appears to be drawing strong demand from retail and institution holders, as well as Wall Street arbitrage. Index investors have reason to participate because Kenvue will be added to the S&P 500 soon after the exchange offer ends on Friday. So that will give Kenvue a boost. You might be thinking, this is great. I want to do this. Brilliant. So you have to be in on J&J. Your shares have to settle. So today is the last day because, in fact, probably too late today. If you buy shares of J&J today, they probably won't settle in time for you to actually have them before you can register for them to be swapped out. So I don't know if today's already too late. Anyway, just bear that in mind if you're thinking about just going and buying loads of J&J today, if that's going to work for you. All right. Index investors have reason to participate because Kenvue will be added to the S&P, and that always gets a boost for the stocks. The offer was unveiled on July the 24th. As Barron reported on Monday, retail investors may need to make their instructions to their brokerage firms before Friday. In fact, it's today, hence why I said the 16th of August, because there's going to be a rush to this. You've got to be settled. The stocks have got to be settled. Don't leave it to the last minute. The chances are you're not going to get it. So, there you go. Retail investors may need to make their instructions to the brokerage firm before Friday, and Fidelity and Merrill have set Thursday deadlines. Through Fidelity will offer to make the exchange on a best effort basis. Orders received by mid-afternoon on Friday. Schwab's retail deadline was Monday. So it's already passed if you are on Schwab. There you go. J&J orders can elect to swap all, some, or none of their stock for Kenvue. If they do nothing, they will remain their J&J stock, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. Now, J&J, if lots of people swap for Kenvue, Kenvue's going to go up. Then Kenvue's going to enter the S&P. It's going to go up again. Great. All good for Kenvue, right? Also good for J&J because J&J can focus on their pharmaceuticals and not so much on the domestic products. But also remember, J&J are an investor in Kenvue. So J&J go up if Kenvue do well. So it's a kind of, well, if you stay where you are, whatever. But the reason why I have done it is because you're getting a 7% discount, which is massive on this kind of stock. It's a slow-moving stock, certainly J&J. You're able to sell for profits without paying tax because it's a swap, not a sell. But in effect, as far as you're concerned, in real terms, it's a sell because you've sold one and bought something for less without paying tax. But I wouldn't want to be out at J&J either, because I want to get the benefit of J&J when Kenvue go up. So I've done 50%. That's how I've played it. The current betting is that the offer will be oversubscribed. So first come, first serve. So I'm already in. I decided straight away this is what I wanted to do. This has been in the offing now for over a year. It's been talked about for 2 years. The current betting is that the offer will be oversubscribed and the proportion will be about 30%, meaning that J&J holders who elect to participate in the deal will get just 30% of the stock coveted into Kenvue shares. Now, I'm not going to risk that and go all in on my Kenvue just in case I only get 30%. I'm leaving it where it is. I've already made my decision and I'm sticking by it. Meaning that J&J will get about 30%. The swap will be tax-free for J&J holders. That's exactly what I said. So it's a benefit all round. Kenvue holders, J&J's consumer health business, led by such brands as Listerine, Band-Aid, and Tylenol. Okay, let's scroll down, a little bit more information. Then I'm going to give you the price target just before the bell goes here on Wednesday morning. Wall Street Trading Desk have put an estimate on the proportion of the consensus appears to be around 30%, in line with the proportion of the General Electric exchange. This has been done before in the past and always been a benefit to the company. J&J shares were down 0.3% to 172. That's a bit out of date, so we're not going to cover that. So I'm going to move on for that, and I'm going to share with you some J&J price predictions. These are the models I particularly like to use, and you can agree with me or not on these targets. Let me share with you Kenvue and J&J. And then I'm going to give you the chance to win $204 in cash. Right, stock price targets. Current price 173, thereabouts. Average is 183, the low is 167, the medium is 182, and a high of 215. That's this year. Next year, they go further. So we've got a good growth this year on J&J, no question about it. And, of course, you might be buying it for the dividends anyway. Now let's look into Kenvue and see their situation. Now we're starting to see that the buy rating move towards buy. It was sell, now it's moved to buy because you've got the surge when everyone buys it or converts it from J&J. Then you've got the S&P. So it's moving now towards a buy. And the price target, if we look at it, minimum forecast 26, average forecast 28, and maximum forecast is 30. Now, if we look at where Kenvue is today, it's actually at 23 right now. Here is my position here. It's on 23. So what are you doing? Leave me your thoughts. Now, I did say if you watch to the end of the video, I would give you the chance to win a $204 cash prize. If you click above my head, it will take you to the competition page. It's completely free to enter, free for all. And I will share with you on the screen the competition page so you can see exactly what it is. This is where you go and you can claim free tickets to win $204 in cash. It's gone up since we advertised it, and you can turn all these actions from green into ticks. So you can do one thing if you just want to like this video or something like that, or you can do as many as you like. The choice is yours. So if you click above my head, it will take you to that, martynlucas.com/giveaway. If you'd like more information on J&J, I make lots of J&J videos, go live up to 10 hours a day. Click above my head. And over here, you can see some more information on J&J. Up here will be the giveaway. If you want to click the giveaway video, tell you more information about it. And if you want to go down here, you'll see more videos related to J&J. So what are you doing? Leave me your thoughts below. If you've got this far, smash the like button. It really helps my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. And I will reply to everybody's comments. I will reply to all of my members first. And if I get time after that, I will reply to everybody else. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of your money, your crypto. But most importantly, take care of each other. All right. Okay, there is a J&J video this morning. That will go out later. What are you doing with J&J? Let me come back up and see what comments I got there. Back to Virgin Galactic. We're keeping an eye on it. My ASX folio is doing very well. Hello there. Morning all, Zed Hink. Good morning, says Strone. Should I be worried about Kenview? Not at all. Weird, especially after what happened to the Snap AI last night, flood of edits. Market crash means the star has packed up. The star has packed up and has moved to another country. If you're I have no idea what pure non-tent is saying there. I have to be honest. And just to X now have a crack on it. I hope an acquisition happens with SBCE, price down to $2, and then the acquisition could make it to 100. Alex, but long term with Kenview, yes. All right. Anyway, there's J&J this morning. Good morning, the Queen of Self-Braiding. How are you this morning? Lovely stuff. We've got 9 minutes to go before the bell goes. Okay. Bell time is tea time for me. Let me grab my tea. Watching Virgin Galactic still go down. How is Tilray today? Let's have a quick look. Tilray is still going down. I'm glad I got out of that. Good morning, everyone. Christopher Messick. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. We've got just 7 minutes to go before the bell goes. And we're getting ready for quite a day. We've got some information I'm going to share with you this afternoon. I'm putting together information on the Big Short. We've got Mr. Burry banking on a massive drop. And it's increasing. The fear index is increasing every day. But that's when you go to town and start buying as long as you feel that the fundamentals haven't changed. Otherwise, you're throwing your money down the toilet, aren't you? Yesterday, I predicted a green day, completely got it wrong. ASX was up. China seemed to be taking down the market. I live in the future with Asian and Australian markets as far as time zones go. Understand that, mate. But thank you anyway for all your information. Good morning, Captain Martin, General Golden God. General Golden God, how are you this morning? Lovely to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Now then, I want to give everybody the link for our giveaway. It's just 24 days to go now. Remember, every day on our website, there are new opportunities to win free tickets. So if you've not entered our giveaway yet, I know a lot of people wait for the last couple of days, but don't make that mistake because you'll miss out. There are opportunities every day that don't get repeated. So you will miss out if you don't check it out every day. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, Sensei. You were here before. You're saying good morning again. You asked me about the internet, and now you says good morning. What's going on with Sensei this morning? Anyway, there you go. Now, if you've not joined in with our competition, let me show you. 8,796 tickets. Let me refresh it. 8796. No one's entered the free daily one today. If you look down here, there are opportunities today to get some extra tickets, so don't miss out on that. Every day, there are things you can do to win $204 in cash. Superb. How are you? I'm very well today, actually. Very well. Markets are going down. I'm way below. Well, not way below, but I'm below the market. That's because of Virgin Galactic and Tesla. That's what's happening there. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for watching last night our fastest ever growing video with an incredible watch time rate of over 9.5 minutes. Can't believe it. By far my most popular video. Thanks to all of you who commented and watched it. It was Virgin Galactic's urgent video, and it's had 1,918 views, which is my fastest ever growing video, and 9.5 minutes watch time, which is insane, actually. Really, really good. So thank you ever so much, everyone who watched that video, and hope you got something out of it. We tried to give you some good information. And also, I want to thank everyone, and a special shout out to Sensei for providing great content for my Tesla video. Now, this is really good. You might go, 253 views is nothing. It's a lot for me when it comes to Tesla. I don't rank for Tesla at all. It's very hard to rank for Tesla because there's some big channels that have been doing it for years. So to get 253 views, and this one is about a 7-minute watch time, which is phenomenal. Really good. So thank you all of you that watched it, liked it, left a comment. I really do appreciate it a lot. So thanks for that. Steve, and a big thank you as well to those of you that are supporting my music channel again. We've had Stephen Lewandowski, we've got Mike and a couple of others who are going to my music channel, clicking the playlist and looping it. I can't thank you enough for that. I'm doing my best to keep my music channel going, but I have to focus here, which is a shame because this is my soul. This is what I live for, my music. But, YouTube just don't share this music at all. I can't get anyone to, can't get it out there. But I keep trying. I never give up. Anyway, thank you to all of you for keeping my channel going, because otherwise, it'd be demonetized and it wouldn't get promoted. It would get promoted even less. So anyway, thank you very much for supporting that. Right, we're just coming up to the last few seconds to go now to ring the Sensei bell. Are you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1 minute to go. Here we go. Where are we going? The markets are very, very red again today. We've got, I'm working on a video about the big short. Are we going to get a big drop in the market? It's looking increasingly likely every day, I have to say. So, of course, stocks like Virgin Galactic are being sold off more than ever. More than ever. People are cutting their losses and getting out now, and it's a bit of a worry. Palantir, Gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple, NEE, Enphase. It's funny how NEE is going up, but Enphase keeps going down. Coca-Cola holding, J&J defensives. We covered this news earlier. Kenvue flying up today on that news. Everyone wants to buy in because of this deal. All right, let's ring the Sensei bell in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The bell has now gone and we're back straight in the markets. Kenvue is piling up now because we're expecting the deal to go through in a couple of days' time. So you might want to buy it rather than just hope for the 7% discount. Because, of course, if everyone thinks it's going to go up in a minute when Kenvue, when the deal goes through, then Kenvue, of course, can fly up before the earnings, before the split, before the merge, or not the merge, the swap. And oh my dear, I've got some very tragic news. Virgin Galactic is tumbling. It's 273. Wow. Okay. It looks like that $1.50 that I predicted and didn't want to is back on the cards again. Okay. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Nothing we can do about it. It's going back down. We're seeing it now. It's bringing my portfolio down. Good morning, Martin. Moy Guzman. Good morning. Great day, Moy Guzman. Thanks again, Senze and Martin, for the most honest review. Thank you so much indeed, Stephen, for requesting it. And the super chat was very unexpected and welcome. Thank you very much. I think I came to the show and said that I thought of the markets at the very top. Time in the market is normally very hard, but if I say so myself, I got it spot on. Now on to the next entries. He did, no question. Thanks, Stephen. One thing we will always bring is our honest opinions. I'm picking up SPCE for 280, waiting for a bargain. Bruh, says Tizro 29. LOL, maybe I should just have done 270. Oh my gosh. Look, like we just talked about a few moments ago, right? Oh, man. Oh, Leah's turned up with my coffee. Thank you, Leah. How are you this morning? All right. Sensei, are you on your computer right now? Sensei, I want to ask you. In fact, any of my researchers, please. I want to put together a video now for Virgin Galactic. Any of my researchers, moderators, those who have access to Discord, could you send me, please, some information on Virgin Galactic? I'm looking for the fear index. I want a chart. I want a chart of the fear. I want some visuals. I want some headlines. I want some information because I want to make a Virgin Galactic video right now. There's a lot of people now who are going to be very, very stressed. I want to get the information out as quickly as possible. I'm looking for really big, important information. Some visual information. So if you can see a graph, if you can see a fear index dial changing, stuff like that. But the potential, what I was talking about with the buyout, I said about Rocket Labs eyeing up Virgin Galactic. I've mentioned that. So if you can send me any information into Discord, links for YouTube. I want to do something with Virgin Galactic this morning, if you can. So anyway, I'll go into Discord and I'll see what we have in there. All right. Links for YouTube. If you could drop it in there, that would be great. Now, Fibonacci has just popped in to our from Germany. He's popped into our welcome all. Fibonacci, what I suggest you do, the welcome all is for bringing people in who aren't members. Not a lot of the members will pay much attention to the welcome all channel because that's where scammers come in, bots come in. That's the welcome all channel. I would suggest every morning when you come in, rather than be in the welcome all, I would come in to the breakfast lounge because that's members only. And that's where everyone starts the show, the breakfast bar here. If you come in here, you'll get a much better welcome. Everybody comes in there and welcomes everybody in. You send pictures of what you're doing, whatever. If you want to start a conversation with our members, that would probably be the best place to start the conversation in the morning. All right? Okay, fantastic. So I'm looking out now for links for YouTube. Links for YouTube. This is the channel here. If any of my researchers can find any visuals, anything interesting for Virgin Galactic, send it into links for YouTube, and I will pick it up in a minute and try to put together a Virgin Galactic video, because this is of major, major concern to my audience, my viewers, and myself, as it happened as well. So, my money's in it like everybody else's. Up to 276. The fear index has moved from greed to neutral. Niels, you're on Facebook. Have you got what source do you use for the fear index? Do you have a visual, a graph, a dial, something that you've got? You can send to me links for YouTube. I will look out for that. I want to see. Everyone's got different ways of researching stuff, and I like to see what everyone's doing and see if I can find something new. A burning trash can for visuals. Strone's going to find me a picture of a burning trash can. I like it. It will shoot up. International Art Project. Still can't get into the other channels. Hang on a minute. Yes, you can. There's no reason now. Let me go to welcome all again. Make sure you're a member. I did it yesterday. So roles, yes, you can. You are a YouTube member. You absolutely, definitely can get into the other channels. Links for YouTube. Great. Niels has sent me in the fear and greed index. This is over the overall market, though, isn't it? Updated August 16th at 9:36. Yeah, this was updated a few moments ago. Okay, thank you for that. I wonder if we can get one specifically for Virgin Galactic today anyway. Thank you for that. But oh my God, Virgin Galactic Marge. Yes, indeed. Just gone back over $1 billion. Virgin Galactic 284. It's moving. Yeah, I've got that, Niels. Thank you for that. Yep, don't panic. I shared it. Thank you. I've just got it. Martin, I hope. I just joined you on Discord, but can't type. It won't. Moy, because you are Moy. Are you a member here? Let's have a look. Moy Guzman, you're not a YouTube member. So you can go onto Discord for free. You can go into the public channels. You just can't go into the members channels because you're not a YouTube member. Once you become a YouTube member here, I upgrade you and you get all the perks and benefits on YouTube as well as on Discord. And of course, on Friday, we have our members video phone in. So, do join us for that. There is the... if you want to become a member, one of my research team, and all the rest of it. Anyway, let me just see if I can change this. Thank you for sending me information. I'm trying to find and put together some information this morning. Virgin Galactic is coming back. The overall portfolio is coming back. Mr. Burry's going to lose a lot of money if the markets don't crash the way he said they would. Gold, the S&P, Amazon, Apple. A lot of money to be made now, but very, very difficult to time it. So be very, very difficult. Be careful if you're trying to do that. Adam M. Welcome to you. I can review the stock if you remember. Overall market, yes. Funny Strone, good picture. Has he sent me a picture in? I'll have a look. Must be something on my end. I will figure it out. No worries. Why crypto is going down today? Mr. Sensei, XRP. Mr. Sensei, Virgin now. Good, going good now. Let's do it. Keep it concise. as you say, no riffraff. Let's do it. Let's go back into breakfast bar. Oh, there you go. Fibonacci's worked it out. Could everyone go and give Fibonacci, who's really supporting every single channel we do from Germany, could everyone go here and say hello to Fibonacci? Give him a welcome in. He hasn't had a welcome in yet because he's been in the welcome all. This is where the members come in. So if any of our members can go online and just say hello to Fibonacci, I'd much appreciate it, because he's really been a huge support to the community. Right, we're going to keep that on links for YouTube, so if I see anything, I'm going to jump on it. Right, you got it. Yes, you did. Let's have a look at the overall portfolio going up. Let me check my main account, see what's going on there. I'm not selling anything. I'm certainly not buying anything. 1354, still $4,000 down. Right, Virgin Galactic. It had a pop, then went straight back down again. Market still 1 billion plus. But yesterday it was 0.91 billion market cap. It means yesterday some extra shares were sold by company. Definitely simple math. More shares, less price, market cap. Well, we know about the allocation yesterday. We talked about that. Did you see the SEC filings? But very, very small amounts. Not of any. That's why I didn't report on it. It was pointless. Okay, thank you for the explanation. No worries. The good news will come, says Hain Gaming. Okay. I'm happy with my 280 buy. Hello, Fibonacci. Yeah, go over there. No, it's in the breakfast bar. That's where it is. Sorry, everyone. You don't need to apologize, mate. Not at all. Right. Let's see where we're going to go now. Let's go for our portfolio. Palantir, gold. The S&P is going up. Apple, Enphase, Coca-Cola, J&J. Look at that. Look at that. J&J and Coca-Cola defensives flying. Where has Kenvue been the last few weeks? Yeah. Got as low as 22. Space picture from Strone. How did you get that picture then, Stephen? You said did he send it to you earlier? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it because it'll be a little bit entertaining. I will use it. Does it work like this? I'm just preparing a few things. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Sensei. Oh, you wanted to come in? I didn't know you was going to come in. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, Sensei wants to come in. All right. Okay, so you've got some information, right? Okay, good. Okay, Sensei. We're going to bring Sensei into the show. He's got some information that we can use. I'm going to unmute you, so keep muted for a moment, please. Okay. Okay. This will do. Okay, I've got a few things here. So we're going to go and do something for Virgin Galactic now. We are 113. SPCE 113. Okay. We've got Kenvue, and I want to use this because it's important. Virgin Galactic we've got there. I also want to bring in some information I researched overnight. And Signor Holt had something to do with this as well. So I want to thank him for that. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Sensei, for standing by. Here we go. No, I got it from the internet and edited it. Oh, I see. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. All right. Virgin Galactic. This is a urgent message to all of you who are investing. I'm an investor. You're an investor. And we've got a lot to talk about with Virgin Galactic happening this morning. Thank you for all of you who sent me messages and information yesterday from yesterday's video. Thank you. But in this video, we've got some fear to discuss. The fear index, what's going on with the markets. We've got the big short around the corner. Is that about to happen? This video is going to give you some scary information. And if you watch to the end of the video, as always, I'm going to give you the chance to win $204. But this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to give you 3 magic numbers that you need to add up to give you a number which you can enter into the competition and win a great number of tickets for our giveaway. So the first magic number I'm going to give you is 284, where the stock price is right now. I'm going to give you a number in the middle of the video and at the end. Add them all together, and then you can enter the competition, and that's going to give you a good number of tickets and give you a good chance to win the $204 in cash. So your first number is 284. Okay. Let's talk about Virgin Galactic. What are we seeing right now? Well, it's a bit of a worry. All the markets are reacting today. Defensives are going up, markets are going down, and there's good reason for that because there's some fear with Mr. Burry about a big short. Virgin Galactic went flying down this morning. It has recovered a bit, and which is good news. We did learn last night about some share allocation within the company, but I didn't report on it. I'm not reporting on it now because it wasn't enough shares to make any difference. Of course, it makes a bit of headlines for a few people, but again, it's not really relevant. The amount of shares that were moved around internally were not worth talking about. It had no effect on the stock price at all. But let's look at a few things this morning that you might find interesting. Virgin Galactic, of course, we've had the latest release. Everything looked great, but now we're seeing real danger in the stock. I said that the stock could go down to $1.50. I then revised that up to $3 because I thought things were looking better after the last flight, but we're now in a very dangerous territory on the markets. We've got Mr. Burry, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that now, believing in the big short. You remember the film back in the 80s, and he got it right that time. And we think it's going to happen again. And if it does, volatile stocks like Virgin Galactic have nowhere else to go but down because they'll be dumped. However, I'm holding my position and I'm not going anywhere. I'm standing with everyone. So let me share with you, first of all, the fear index, where we see the fear of the markets going right now. As you can see, it's moving. It's moving. This morning, it was extreme fear. And now it's very quickly gone the other way. Look at this, moving into greed. People are now fearing out, have we sold off too much? Was the news from Michael Burry dramatic? Was it an overreaction? Is everybody thinking the markets are going to crash too much? Do you think that the Fed are actually going to pause? I think they are. I said on the last call that on the last FOMC that would get a pause. We didn't, but I felt that we should have done. I feel the markets need it because Jerome Powell said repeatedly that we can pull back if we've gone too far. And I believe they know it. I know it. We all know it. They've gone too far. And people are starting to get very, very fearful on the markets right now. And we had extreme fear. And now people are feeling we've gone too far. So let me share with you what sparked all this fear. This appeared yesterday on Sky News. The big short investor, Michael Burry, bets 1.6 billion on stock market crash. Okay, this is what people are worried about. And if we look onto this report here, I'll bring it to you. Let me just change it a little bit. Give you more. No, that's the best view. I apologize there. If I get rid of this ticker just for a moment, I'll give it a better view for you. There you go. Let me just get rid of that. There you go. A man who famously made a fortune by predicting the collapse of the US housing market in 2008 now appears to be suggesting that two major stock markets will tumble in value. And as we talk about this, we've gone from greed and we've just dropped back to neutral. This is an active chart I'm sharing with you. But we were extreme fear this morning. Then we went to greed, and now we've moved back to neutral where we are right now. Okay, let's move on. And then I'm going to come to some chart analysis from Sensei, where we see the markets going with Virgin Galactic. He's got some very interesting facts for you to share, so stand by for that. Michael Burry, the hedge fund boss, featured in The Big Short, in which he was played by Christian Bale, you may remember the movie, held negative options on both the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 at the end of the second quarter, securities filings show. He has options with a notional value of 886 million against the S&P 500. The fact that he was right last time, the fact he's announced this, and the fact it's public, it is scaring the markets a little bit. In addition, he has 738 million in options against the Invesco QQQ, a fund on the NASDAQ comprising high-profile tech firms including Apple, Microsoft, Tesla. Mr. Burry's bet on the market downturn amounts to more than 90% of his firm's portfolio, CNN reports, and Virgin Galactic is just tilting again, going back down again. And we've just moved into the greed section, and we'll talk about why in a minute. And we can see that the defensive stocks are benefiting from this, and we know why specifically. And I'm going to share that with you in a minute as well. So stand by for that. It's not immediately clear why he is taking such a negative position. The S&P 500 is up 17% this year, and as you know, I've taken profits from it. But you do need to be trimming. Virgin Galactic has given up again. It popped up and it was scalped and it's going straight back down. So the fear of Virgin Galactic is extremely high. Sensei is standing by, so stick with us. While Mr. Burry, who sounded Scion Asset Management, appears to have placed a large proportion of his assets at risk, is not clear what his fund paid for the put options. Okay, I'm going to give you your next number. Add these three numbers together and you can get a fantastic entry into our giveaway. The next magic number I am giving you is 281. 281, because that's where we are right now. 281. So you have the first number, the second number, and I'll give you the last number in a second. Add them all together, go to the competition page, and you can win $204 in cash. Okay, one final point here. Such options give the right to sell the shares at a fixed price in the future and are typically bought to express a bearish or defensive view. Mr. Burry appears to have been expecting a market collapse for much of the year. So what do you think? Do you share his sentiment? Well, we're going to go over to Sensei now, who's going to share with us some very interesting information. And if we think that Virgin Galactic is going to keep going down. Now, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on this. I am in, you can see my position. Someone asked me this morning, should I buy now? Is it a good time to enter? Well, there really is only two things you need to ask yourself. If you're looking at Virgin Galactic today, if you decide and you believe it's going to run out of money and go bust, remember Concorde? Fantastic. Everybody loved it. Went bust. Went out of business. If you think it's going to go to zero, you don't buy it. And if you're down, you sell it because, better get some money out than losing your money. So if you think it's going to go to zero and it's going to go bankrupt, and that is highly possible. I've said it over and over again. Even when it's up, I've said that. It's running out of money. It can't dilute down here. It absolutely can go bust. Then you sell it, you don't buy it, you get out, you walk away. You forget it, you never come back. That's option one. Option two, this is not a stock now that you can in my opinion, I don't think you should be shorting it, but I don't think this is a scalp trade anymore. Because if you're buying it, it's because you're buying it as an investment for the long term. Because then you can just, keep adding and build a position, which is where I'm still at. That can change, and if it needs to change, it'll change. But right now, I am feeling that the markets are going down. We've seen all the markets selling off today, and what is going up? J&J and Kenvue. This is the biggest defensive stocks on the market right now. Coca-Cola. This tells you that the markets think everything's about to crash because defensive is going up, and I'm in these and I'm doing very, very well, thank you, owning these stocks. Whereas high risk, speculative stocks, Tesla's been down massive over the last few weeks. We've seen it drop away. Look, drop away 19%. Different to Virgin Galactic, of course. They make money. Virgin Galactic doesn't. Very different. But defensive stocks are rallying because the markets do fear, even though we've got a greed index right now. This is a live chart. The markets are looking like a big short, a big sell-off is coming. People are popping it quickly, getting out, and then moving into defensive stocks. That's what's looking like right now. So if you are thinking it's going to go zero, you shouldn't be in. You should be out and just taking your money and running to the hills. If you're buying it now, you can't really short it now, can you? Surely. You can't scalp trade this if you're just coming in and out because it's going to keep trending down and you can keep losing money. You're buying it now because you believe in it for the future. And when I say the future, I mean at least 2 years before the Delta fleet come on in. So, you've got to look at it like that. Anyway, we're going to go over to Sensei now. You've heard my opinion on this, what I feel about it. And now we're going to get some information from Sensei from a chart perspective and a technical perspective as well. So Sensei, if you come on into the broadcast lounge. I don't see you in there at the moment. I'll just wait for you a second. I'll edit this video down later. But it does seem that I've lost Sensei for the moment. And we'll just wait to get him back in a minute. When he comes back in, I'll bring him in. So while I'm waiting for Sensei to come back in, I will bring a few comments onto the screen. Let's have a little look. Let me find some videos, some comments I can add. Let's go space. I'm waiting for Sensei to come back. We seem to have lost him for the moment. Go space. Stephen Lewandowski. I'm going to find some comments here to add to this video. If space want to attract investors, I would be documenting the production line progress for Delta. The PR is yes. I agree with you, Rich, on that. Do you guys here stupid to lose the money amount of them? Do you guys think he's stupid to losing that amount of money? I don't understand that one, John. I'm loving it. Buying stock at 280. Do you still believe it's going to 100 though? You've always been adamant about that. I think it can trade like that into the future. Yes, but right now, the markets don't believe that. We've seemed to have lost Sensei completely. So I'll just come back to that in a few moments. Let me get through everyone's comments. I'm lining up some comments here. 1 minute, it's worth 150. Then it's 100, and now now he's in the stock, and now he's defensive about the clown. Normal Palmer. I'm not putting up with offensive behavior like that, so we're going to time you out. You're entitled to disagree with me, but if you're going to come in and insult me, I'll just time you out. We're not interested in that sort of comment. You're not a member of our channel. We don't want abuse and stuff like that. We're giving you information. If you don't like it, that's fine. The small ladders from the news is the small ladders from last news is 4 more years. Google hotel in space. All right. Okay. Virgin Galactic is tumbling now. Dear, oh dear. Okay. Let me see if we've got Sensei back on the line. Sensei in the chat. Has he lost internet in his house? Maybe. Sensei Crypto, are you here? In fact, I'm not gonna ask him if he's here. He knows I want him online. We'll come back to Virgin Galactic. And I've just been gathering a few favorites there. Virgin Galactic comments. Power cut. Sorry. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. That's why I have my solar battery at the side here. If I get a power cut, I carry on. Nothing happens. I've got a big battery supply here. And it's a Ego Go. It's what I use. Power cut. Sorry, don't worry, Sensei. Take your time. So what I'll do, I'll edit that out then. Is it back on or is it still off? If it's still off, I will edit the video and I will end it from here. Just let me know if the power is still off or is it back on again. Which best stock to buy now? I have 5%. Which is the best stock to buy now? Well, defensive is the favorite right now. Anything should have shorted again. Dang, Strone Corbett, can you believe it? Markets didn't believe in Bitcoin. It was a wacko 9/11 conspiracy theorists that keep pushing it. For 10 years, it did nothing, and now look at it. The wacko conspiracy theorists that made loads of money. Let's have a look at Bitcoin today. 29,000, going back down again. We still feel it's going to 15,000. Computer not working. Okay, let me see in 5 minutes. Okay, what I'll do then, we'll stay online. We'll do another. We've got another half an hour before the show ends, and what we'll do is we'll wait, because if we can add your section to the end, that would be great. Okay, we'll hold on. I like the professionalism when dealing with bad comments. Never stoop down. It shows. So yeah, thank you, Jacob. The reason for this, as we grow, Jacob, people don't understand what I'm trying to do and what I commit my life to. And I've made this quite clear, and I've demonstrated it by being live up to 10 hours a day. I'm not a YouTuber. A YouTuber is someone who makes videos to attract you to watch them, to make them money. That's it. Is Elton John a YouTuber because he's got a YouTube channel? Is Kay Burley from Sky News a YouTuber because she's on Sky News and Sky News has a YouTube channel? No. They're broadcasters, entertainers, whatever. That is what I am. And I am trying not to sell videos. If you watch and make money, that's great. But I go live more than I make videos because I'm trying to demonstrate and prove that I'm trying to build a community. So we are here to create an atmosphere of positivity, support, always honest, everything you can, I'll answer any question, and to help people. And there is nothing helpful about people being rude and uneducated and silly and stupid. That doesn't help anyone. You can have an opinion, you can disagree with me, and that's fine. We learn from each other all the time. But negativity doesn't make me feel good, doesn't make my viewers feel good. It doesn't help anyone achieve anything. And those people that talk like that belong in the hole they came from. So I don't entertain them. And in fact, I now go further. If someone comes on rude and offensive, I just time them out. I don't see them anymore. I don't care anymore. Your voice is worth nothing to me. So we don't want any of that stuff. All right. And we can see Kenview and J&J doing very well today. Defensive stocks is really rallying. This is what we're seeing. We've got some good news. We've got Sensei coming back into the broadcast. Fantastic. So we're going to edit it down, and welcome back, Sensei. And okay, we're just about there now. Sensei, I'll give you a couple of seconds to let me know you're good. And in YouTube chat, say you're good, and I will bring you on, and then we'll wrap up the Virgin Galactic video. Next flight passengers should be, not sure what that is, Zach's 8. I'm buying more at 250. I'm ready. All good, I think. Okay, great. So let me now bring Sensei back in. I think we've got some comments. NE is a great buy. You're about to get the dividends. Ben, what does NE do? NEE, next year energy. It's solar, it's wind, it's other things like that. Power. Right. I think I got through everything. Oh, wait. Stream Deck not working. What you do with your Stream Deck, Sensei, if you've had a problem, go into your applications on your Mac, close Stream Deck, and reopen it. Because your computer's rebooted and it's shut down probably in not a good way because of the power cut, it's not reconnected to your Stream Deck. So just close it down and reopen it. It needs to be reopened inside of Ecamm Live, which is what you're using in your studio. So just open and close your Stream Deck. Take your time and don't stress. Don't stress. The worst thing you can do is rush. Green energy has been beaten down by the highest interest rate. Any investors here that are Virgin Galactic shares have never played Kerbal Space Program? Serious question. Any investor, I like this. Any investors here, have you plugged your internet? Oh, no, you haven't got that connection yet, have you? You can't plug in, can you? You're still running on Wi-Fi. Yeah. Played Kerbal Space Game. Wow, super disappointed with you for that, Martin. You even just said a moment ago, Keaton S., what have I done? Wow, super disappointed with you for that, Martin. You even just said a moment ago, I'll answer any question. I do answer any question. Keaton S., what are you upset about? Keaton S., I am seeing I don't know, Keaton, why do you get like this with me? I don't understand. There's not another YouTube channel in the world that answers every single question. I've missed a question, haven't answered it yet, and you're upset with me and super disappointed. You've blanked my question twice. Keaton S., have you any idea of what I'm looking at here? With the greatest respect in the world, look at what I'm looking at here. Look. Hang on a minute. Why is that showing there? That should be there. Hang on a minute. We've got Sensei now. Just a second. Look. You can't see this, but there's more screens off camera. There's 14 screens. No, there's more than that now, and it's 16 since I last bought the other ones. I'm looking at 16 screens in here, and from time to time, it might take a couple of moments to come back to everyone's question. But I did see your question. I haven't blanked you. Dear oh dear, come on. Keaton S., you know better than that. I don't blank anyone, but I have to get through it. And I'm doing 100 things here, right? Keaton S. asked me, and I don't even need to look up. I know what the question is. I was putting it into context. Keaton S. asked me, do I still feel it's going to $100? And the answer is, right now, I still believe it can trade to $100. Yes, I do. But we have to get over this hurdle of interest rates have to start coming down. We have to get to the Delta fleet and start flying more regularly and getting people start getting on board with Virgin Galactic from a standpoint of the media. So right now, it's fallen off a bit of a cliff. So yes, I do believe it can go to $100, but now we got a bigger question is, it can trade there, not because it's worth that, because it can trade there, but can it survive? Can it survive? It's like a rose, in a rose bush, a beautiful rose bush growing, and it could become a beautiful bush, but if there's a drought, will it die before it has chance to grow? And right now, Virgin Galactic could run out of money. It can't dilute down here, and it could run out of money and never get to the glory days. So anyway, I don't get like anything at you. I don't get like anything at you. I support you. The only thing I truly actively agree with you is a YouTuber nonsense. It's but if Genuine missed my question, Botan, fair enough. Keaton S, I didn't miss your question. I just didn't get the chance to answer your question. And I don't know why. And I'm just going to spend 10 seconds on this before I come back to Sensei, stand by. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. This is my channel. I'm allowed to believe and have my targets of where I see my channel going and what it is and what it isn't. And I have worked with the biggest YouTubers in the world. Before they were YouTubers, they worked at McDonald's, or they worked here, or they worked there. They picked up a camera and started to work on YouTube. Became a YouTuber. I have been in entertainment as the world piano man for 37 years. Okay? Kay Burley is not a YouTuber. Elton John is not a YouTuber. Billy Joel is not a YouTuber. I'm not going to defend this anymore. I'm making the point that I am not a YouTuber. I'm an entertainer and a broadcaster building a community using YouTube TV and other mediums to broadcast to my viewers. I am not a YouTuber, and you can say what you like, and it's not nonsense to me. And my audience, a lot of my audience, understand that. They get it. They understand it. So, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm also entitled to my opinion, because if you pigeonhole yourself and believe you are a YouTuber, you only have so far to go. And I don't want to do that. And I've got greater ambition for my channel, for my show, for my audience, and just being a YouTuber. So I have every right to believe and say what I am and what I think I'm doing here. If you disagree with me, that's absolutely fine. But it's not nonsense to me. It's not nonsense to me. Are you going to go up to Elton John and say you're a YouTuber? No. Well, I've toured all over the world as the world piano man. I performed as the Phantom of the Opera. Is Michael Crawford a YouTuber? No. Anyway, I get a bit annoyed sometimes that you keep arguing with me over this point. Okay, cool. That was all I was asking. Cheers. Going to 50 cents. Keaton S, relax. It's all good. Anyway, no other words. You can be elsewhere. Great answer. Thanks. Okay, going to have another powerful, but by the time it comes to me, I'm coming to you now. Sit down, Jay Robinson. Ben, see, this is what a family is. A family are people who can disagree and argue with each other. That's why we're a family. I'm at my desk, so I'm sitting down right now. Jay Robinson. Okay, here we go. So let's go back to this. I have to edit this out. So I need to just make a tweak there as well. Okay. So now we're going to go over to Sensei and get some technical chart analysis and see what, from a charts perspective and other technical instruments that Sensei has on hand. So let's go and check in with Sensei this morning. Sensei, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's great to have you here. What do you have for us this morning? Have we got technical difficulties again? Hang on. Let me see what's going on here. We'll try that again. Exit. Mute. No, you're all good. Sensei, you're muted. Your channel is muted. So I will.
Okay, I was speaking to myself. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hang on. I'll introduce you again. Yeah. A few issues this morning, but don't worry. Yeah, we're getting there. I'll give you a build up again. So we're going to go over to Sensei now for some technical chart analysis and other technical indicators which we think you might find useful. Let's go over to Sensei right now. Sensei, welcome to the show this morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Martin. Thanks for having me on. So I've got the chart for you. We've been looking every day, and finally. Well, I say finally, it's not good for some people, good for others, but we've hit basically 250, and more importantly, we've hit this diagonal trend line, which a couple months ago I showed on the show, and everyone was not very happy about the level I was saying, and that level is 260. This was, if you remember, this line was connecting these two lows, and we finally hit it today. Not too long ago, we had a dramatic fall down to 260, and that's where our position was in. So I am currently long on this position. If we go down to the smaller time frame, we had a perf to the cent bounce of the 262 level, exactly where the trend line is, and the bigger area, which I like to just show and represent the area of low risk, and that's the area here. Unfortunately, the general trend of SBC is just lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So do I think this is a pivot level? Maybe. I think it's got a higher chance of pivoting here and putting in some better gains than any other level since the 411 mark. And the reason I say that is because it's such a strong such a strong support, and we can be painting triple bullish divergence. As we can see, it's a lower low and it's a higher low on the RSI. Just like here when we took a long, there was a lower low but a higher low on the RSI. Now if we keep this as the low, this will be triple bullish divergence, meaning there is sell exhaustion, and it could be a level to take a long. So I'm currently long. The stop loss is anywhere around 250. I will, because we're in such a bear trend, the area I'm taking profits will be lower than normal if it was a normal trade. So for example, first take profits at the $3, 308, and if we ever get there, 330. But I have a tight stop loss, 250. Yeah, that's my views just from a chart perspective.
Okay. Do you have anything else for me? I'm seeing you're sending something else in. What do you think? What's this?
Yeah, so this is another chart I showed before August started. This is the SBC monthly returns. So this gives us a visualization of the seasonality of this stock. It is now 32% down on the month, and we can see, I made this very clear, August is the worst performing month for SBC. And seasonality does play a part in stocks, and so far it's another red month. So we are 32% down. I do believe it will be a red month, and I did believe this before August started. So seasonality, if we're looking over to September, it's also, if we look down here, that's the monthly return average from the years SBC has traded, and it's still a red month. October's a red month, so it's not looking good seasonality wise. And if we look at one final thing, which is the risk risk metric in terms of debt to asset ratio, which I like to look at for companies.
Very, very important. I use that all the time.
Yeah. So we are consistently going higher. There's more debt to asset. The debt to asset ratio is increasing, meaning they have more debt compared to assets. The 41% is in debt, and if we look at the market cap, so their assets is 1.14 billion SBC, and their debt is around 416 million. If you minus those two numbers to get a rough 370 million, that seems to be what the company's worth. The market cap today is at 1 billion. So what does that mean? It means basically where I would see the stock at good value would be 30% down from here, which is around the $2 level. So realistically for me, if I'm looking for a long-term position, I do believe we can get to $2. I do believe we'll have a short-term bounce now because we've hit a key level. But long-term buy, $2. Short-term trade is the entry was this morning. If we ever get back down to it, 260, 270, that's my entry for a short-term. More long-term position is $2. And the reason I say long-term position is $2 is because a 730 million market cap, I think, is a good value for the stock. For example, right now, you need to ask yourself, where do you value this company? For example, Snapchat right now is 15 times more valuable than SBC. Do you think SBC is going to be more valuable in the future? Ask yourself that question. Lucid, for example, is 14 times more valuable than SBC. So it already boils down to this market cap, and you need to visualize it in that way as well. So that's my thoughts on SBC.
Sensei, thanks for calling in. Great information. Really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. There you go. There's Sensei's thoughts on Virgin Galactic today. So there you go. You simply have to ask yourself, where do you see Virgin Galactic going in the future? Do you see in 2-3 years Delta fleet coming out, costs coming down, inflation coming down, rates coming down, the debt's coming down, everybody flying on Virgin Galactic? If yes, anywhere around here is a good buy. As Sensei said, $2 is where he's looking for the value. But if the stock goes to $10, $20, $50, who cares whether you pay $2, $2.83, $3, $4? Like I've always said, I am happy to buy a stock and be out of a company and buy it back in at $5 if I know it's going to 100. What difference does it make? It doesn't. But it also, and you have to build into your plan, it could easily, just as easily, go to zero. It doesn't matter how good the technology is, how much we want it to go up, how good we think this is. If it runs out of money, if rates keep going up, then it is going to zero. There's absolutely no doubt about that. So you have to manage your risk and decide, okay, I want to be in space. I can't buy SpaceX. Unless you are a private investor, but it's not on the stock market, right? You can't buy Blue Origin. You can't buy Blue Origin because that is also a private company, right? You got Rocket Labs, and we are looking at Rocket Labs, and it's worth mentioning that we do have a stake now in Rocket Labs, and I'll share with you our Rocket Lab position. We are taking profits from Virgin Galactic when we made them and starting to buy. I've got over $1,000 now worth of, like $1,100 worth of Rocket Lab. Different business, it's in space, but it's not tourism, it's satellite deployment. So it's completely different. But if you want to be in space, this is another way that you can enter through the markets. But for me, Virgin Galactic, it's a risk managed position. I'm aware that it could run out of money. I'm not looking to scalp trade it right now. I will trim at $4. I will trim back a bit because it go down again. You have to keep doing that because if you just hold it and hold it and hold it, that's okay long term. But I do need to make some money along the way to be able to buy the dips when they go down. But I'm not just going to sell my J&J or my Coca-Cola today and start going all in on Virgin Galactic. Because if I do that, it's like going into a casino and putting everything on black and hoping it comes off. Because if it does, great. If it doesn't, my portfolio is decimated and I can't afford to do that. So anyway, I'm going to give your last number now. If you watched all the way through the video to this position, I'm going to give you your last number. And your last number is, and you're probably thinking he's going to say 282 just to be like he has up to this point. Well, I'm going to surprise you because the number I'm going to give you is 673. 673. So you now have 3 numbers. You can add them all together, and later on, not now because I'm making this in a live video. If you're watching this on a recorded video, premiered later on, it'll be available. And there's the competition link above my head, and this will give you a fantastic number of free tickets to enter our giveaway to win $204 in cash. If you click above my head, also you'll find links to other Virgin Galactic videos and things I think you might find interesting. If you go over to here, is a really good review we did yesterday. Some very good technical analysis from Sensei. It's become our most popular ever Virgin Galactic video. Go over here, and this one also gives you the opportunity to win some free tickets. As long as you do watch it all the way through, like it, and leave a comment on the competition page. Many of you have just commented to the video, and you've not actually entered through the competition page. So we haven't registered your tickets. You've just left a comment on the video. So now you've done that, do it through the competition page. And the link for that is above my head. And down here, you'll find other videos I think you will find useful. Until then, as always, thanks for Sensei for giving us great insight and information. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Sensei, I don't know if you're still on the line, but thank you. You are? Great.
Yes, I'm here, Martin.
Thank you.
If I could address a comment from Diffie.
Yeah, please do.
If possible. Yeah, so he says a chart like, what was it? Analyzing candlesticks on a chart, on a stock that has zero visibility is kind of pointless. I do want to make clear that this Virgin Galactic is one of the best stocks I have seen to scalp trade. The reason I say this, if you can share my screen, Martin, I'll just quickly go back and show what we've done with this stock, and where we've caught it and why it's such a great stock to trade. I love volatility, and volatility gives us great opportunity. For example, so we took a long at $3. Most of the trades I've done for SBC have been live on the show. Normally they're for my members on my website, but SBC, because it's so popular, I come on the show and I share what I'm doing. So there was a long taken at $3 here. Not at $3, sorry. We saw that there was bullish divergence. It came and retested it, and around 307 on the 26th of April, a long was taken. Profits were in the region of, depending on where you took them, 22%. That's the first take profit. Then there was 44%. And you could have taken it as high as 70% or kept it for the next run, and that was a 100% gain. The next time we took it, there was trades along the way. For example, the 26th of May. There was also on June on the flight on June the 29th, when we were all live, we took our profits because we saw it was weak, and it was the 411 mark that was so important. We took our profits around 450. I don't remember exactly. We took our profits even before we hit the 411. We dropped before 411. We turned bearish. We were bearish all along here. We took some small trades back to 411 for the retest. 411 was always the mark. We popped above it. It was only for a day. It wasn't concerning. And we were short. From 411 all the way, we were not bullish at any point until today. Until today, where I'm switching a little bit bullish because it's a low risk area. So these stocks are great to trade. And for example, SBC is something I've been trading a lot. AMC, there's all these stocks I trade on my Discord. For example, AMC, yesterday we took a what was it, the day before, where it dropped a lot. We took a quick trade that was in the region of profits of around 16% for our first take profit, and that's already been hit within 2 days. So these stocks, even though they might be going to zero, there's opportunity to scalp them along the way and grab them for our long-term portfolio at low risk areas. So no stock is too risky, or I don't know what you said, pointless to trade. That charts always work in a certain way. They always allow you to manage your risk, and that's what's important.
Thank you, Sensei, for that. I will just say, that makes perfect sense. However, it doesn't mean it's right for everybody. Like I said, I am not scalp trading it at the moment because and the reason why, and Sensei's right, it's a very good stock to scalp trade, just like Tesla. Very volatile, get these big swings up and down. However, if you're in my position and you're in with a good amount of money, I mean, for me, I am in with, I am in with 3,296, which is 8.5% of my portfolio. I don't want to add any more, because if it keeps falling down, I could end up with a very, very overweighted position. If I'm out of the stock, like Sensei, a lot of scalp traders, which I do from time to time, and you've seen me do it, day traders and so on, you get it, that literally means a day trade. You get in on the morning, get out maybe 10 minutes later and do a scalp trade. If you're already in and your stock is 20% down, you don't keep throwing money after it. That's just catching a falling knife. So it's, it's right that Sensei is saying you can scalp trade this stock, and you can. It's a very good stock for doing that and make profits. That doesn't mean to say you should in every situation. If you're in the stock and you're already down 20%, doesn't necessarily mean keep throwing money at it and I can trim some off. Because remember, and it's really important to remember, if you do it on the same account and you don't have access to lot selling, that is selling the right share, you can be selling the stocks you paid for a higher price. The FIFO rule, first in, first out. In other words, I'll make this really simple and quick. If I bought $1,000 of Virgin Galactic right now, and I bought the dip, and everybody went, great, he's going to scalp trade it. All right. And I'll share with you on the screen what I mean. Look, it's dropped all the way down. I'm 20% down, and I bought this morning. Before it started popping up on that account. And then I sold those shares as they popped up. Great. Have I made any money? No. I've just sold the shares that were at a higher price. I haven't sold the ones I bought this morning. The only way to do that is to do that on my other account, my Roth IRA, where I'm not in the stock and I've just literally, come in and gone back out, or I can lot sell. So it's very, very important to know, if you are going to scalp trade, you've got to do it right. You've got to know what you're doing. Otherwise, I made that mistake when I first started trading, thinking, brilliant, I can just, come in and sell a few shares. Doesn't work that way. At least on Robinhood, it doesn't work that way. You might have a brokerage where you can choose which lots. And I know there are certain brokerages which allow that. So just be very careful if you are doing scalp trading. Know how to scalp trade. And remember, if you're doing it on your main brokerage account, you will pay tax on it as well. So you've got to know all these things before you start jumping in and out and all the rest of it and think, yeah, I'm making some money. The question is, are you actually making any money? All right. So just thought I'd share that with you, because I've made that mistake myself. Let's have a look. Some comments here. Crypto blending today. Solana down 7%. Virgin Galactic is superior to Blue Origin as far as design of tourist space. I totally agree. 100%. Nothing sexy and romantic about dropping into the desert on a parachute. I totally agree. This is the right way of doing it. Absolutely. What is the inducement awards Virgin gave out? Will I dilute more? Will it dilute more? Yes, it will dilute more. Love this guy so much. How he explains everything so easily. What a legend. Delph, thank you. Well, you have made money because the shares you hold are now slightly cheaper. Yeah, but you've just sold stocks for a loss. Yes, you've now got ones less, but you've just sold. It only counts when you exit the stock. If you bought here and you buy here, and then you sell here, you've just sold these for here. These haven't done anything yet. Remember, your paper money doesn't count. The stocks you bought down here don't mean anything until you sell. The ones you bought here, you just sold for here, and you've lost money. That's it. And you've paid tax on it. So just bear that in mind. Anyway, Martin, do you get interest on uninvested cash in your Roth? No, you don't. You only get interest on your uninvested cash in your brokerage. Wasn't sure how that worked on Hood. No, you don't. You get no uninvested cash at all. FIFO, first in, first out, Craig. But you are still better off than just holding, Ben. But you're still better off than just holding. I wouldn't compare the two. They are different. To say you're better off because you've bought stocks that have and sold for a loss, it's not black and white. If you want to post a tax loss and benefit, there's a benefit. If you're trying to make a profit on a stock you've just lost, lowering your average potentially is good as long as it goes up. If it keeps going down, you've overweighted your stock. So to say it's still better to buy lower and then sell, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's much more complicated than that. It's much more grey than that. It's not black and white. There are many, many things to consider. It might be good for you for whatever reason, but to say it is great to buy it when it's low and it pops up a bit and sell some, no. There's no advantage to doing that unless you're happy selling it for a loss and you just want to reduce your position. Something else is better, whatever. It's a lot more to it than that. Anyway, so new reason to dilute come all the time. Then it seems new one next week maybe. Mr. X, I don't understand your comment. Repeat that, please. Honestly, investing in this stock is the same as betting black or red on the roulette. Diffie Dog, to a certain degree, yes. Right now, it's very, very risky. No question about it. Virgin Galactic going back up. Sensei was absolutely right. It does have it has had a bounce, but that doesn't mean to say you buy it here, does it? You certainly don't buy it on the way up. You buy it on the way down. Anyway, gold, S&P, Amazon. I need to finish off today's show and do some editing. So if we could do a little bit of maintenance a bit of housework before I go. We've got day trader of the day. We're back, of course, for the closing bell this afternoon. What happens if Branson passes away? How old is he? I don't know how old Richard Branson is right now. I don't think it makes any difference. To be honest with you. If he passes away, it's nothing to do with the stock, doesn't it? I don't think he even has shares in it right now. He's not actively managing the business, so it makes no difference really. I'm just answering a question over there on TikTok. Envase, J&J, Kenview, Chevron. Okay, still trying to get out of Chevron. I don't like the anxiety of being down in the stock. One of the things that you need to control more than anything else, Ben, is your emotion. When I first came in 2.5 years ago, I was very emotional. Now I'm emotional to my audience. Now I'm emotional to people and us. I'm not emotional to the stocks anymore. You've got to learn to deal with that. Have no fear. And it takes a while. You have to have some success and grow to a certain limit. Have lived through the pain. And I'll tell you something else, Ben. You learn absolutely nothing from success. You learn everything from failure. So if you've had some failures and you've learned from them and you've noted them down and you've realized what you've done wrong or what you did right and start to see the patterns, then you're becoming a better investor, more educated, and you're learning a lot. So anyway, I'm afraid to say Richard Branson doesn't look too well in person at the moment, but very much wish him the best. Indeed, Keaton S. How old is... could someone Google that for me? Can someone Google that for me, what the age of Richard Branson is? Don't forget your plug. There's my plug. I've not forgot it. It's right there, look. Trust me, anyone investing in Virgin Galactic literally has no idea what rocket science should play. Kerbal Space Program, then you will actually learn about rocket science, says International Art Projects. All right, we're going to just do a bit of housework and then we're going to get to work with some videos. I've got to make some videos today. So, first of all, let's get some funky music on. There it is. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's see if we can get 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. We've got 66 watching. 66 watching. Can we get 50 likes? Oh my gosh, we're only 25. So if you tap the like button, We want to get to 50 likes. If you tap the like button, what it will do is it's more likely to share with you my videos in the future. If you don't like my content, please tap the down like button. And 99% of my audience click the up like, and I'm not just telling you that to encourage you. I'm just telling you that if we don't get everybody liking, it's because most people don't do anything at all. Most people are lazy and don't down like, and I'm okay with you down liking the video. If you down like it, you won't be showing my content anymore, and that's fine, because then we build a more engaged audience. So click the down like if whoops, pressed the wrong button there. If you don't like it, or click the up like if you like it. How many have we got watching now? 68. We should be able to get 50 very, very easy, because most people don't vote, but we should be able to get to 60, or sorry, 50. 28. Thank you for those that did. I really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. It puts it out to more people, helps us build a better community. So thanks to all of you that have taken the time to do that. I actually think many of you are behind the stream. If you're behind the stream, this is what you need to do, because we're now going to do Day Trader of the Day. See, I'm behind the stream. Many people are. Click the like button, turn it red. Now you're within 30, now 31. It's getting better. See, people are catching up, 32. And then what you need to do is click the cogs. Click the cog. This works on mobile or iPad or computer. And you click playback speed 2 times. And now you are within 10 seconds of me. So there you go. 33, 34. Thank you ever so much, guys, for taking the time to do that. I appreciate it. Branson is 73. Rupert Murdoch is 92. So Richard Branson's not really that old, is he? 73? That's all right. He's not that old. I'm saying that because it makes me feel younger. He's not that old. 73 is all right. Anyway, it's now time to go over to Day Trader of the Day. So this is the bit that Sensei likes. Sensei likes this bit. You ready, Sensei? Just for you. You ready? Here we go. We've had 341 watching the show. Here comes the analytics. You ready? 7,995 views in the last 48 hours. 227 in the last 60 minutes. Very good indeed. And here's the one that Sensei likes, the subscribers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Will it go round and round today? 10,228. He likes to see that. He likes to see that. 10,228. Very nice indeed. Thank you to all of you that have subscribed to me during today's show. All right. We're going to switch over now to members only, and we are going to do Day Trader of the Day. Make sure that you're up to date. Here we go. If you're not yet a member and you've not entered the competition, the link is in the chat. And we're now moving to members only, and we'll do Day Trader of the Day. Here we go. Right, you ready? So put your score on the door. I am down. I'm flat. I mean, am I going to put down 0.01? I'm going to put flat. I'm going to put flat. I'm going to be generous with myself, because that could go either way. Yep, I'm up. I'm green. Turn the studio green. Do it. Press the green button. Yes. Right, I'm going to call it flat. There you go. Only seems right. I put a minute on the clock. Here we go. Thank you for those of you who are watching my music channel. I appreciate it. The only way is up, says Zach Say. Now, 2 days to go for our Friday phone-in. The Friday phone-in. Video phone-in. Hopefully you'll join us for that on Friday. Moving up. 13 Galactics moving up. Look at this. Sensei was spot on there about saying we get a bounce. Looping devices. Thank you, Stephen. Right. Down 2.52. Up 0.21. Niels goes into the lead. Ben down 0.68. Up 1.03. Stephen Lewandowski goes into the lead. Zach Zate goes into the lead. 1.39. Fantastic. Look at that. Okay, last few seconds to go. Strone up 5.37. Wow, Strone, congratulations. Thank you to you for your honest trade. Give him a thumbs up. Absolutely awesome. Great stuff. Congratulations, Strone. Thank you ever so much, everybody who joined me on TikTok. Next time, join me on YouTube for a much better experience. We're giving away $204 in cash live on the show in a few days' time, so you don't want to miss that. Links in the profile. It's youtube.com/@ Martyn Lucas Investor. That's where our big traders and investors are, and you get all your comments answered. I will reply to everybody. Join us on the YouTube show next time. Fantastic. Let's go over to congratulations, Strone. Congratulations, Strone, from everybody. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, here we go. Let's go over to the end screen. Let's roll the credits. Here we go. Congratulations, Strone. Strone strong. Hey, I like it. Very good. What did we get today? The stars of our show, subscribers. Now, of course, that's just showing the public subscribers. Some people don't share their subscribers. That's why it doesn't always share it on our little bot there that does the information for me. Trade Tilray. Tilray is up today, 7.74. Congratulations to you. I am out of the stock at the moment, not touching it, but congratulations to you. Congratulations, Crag made Tilray. Brilliant. Thanks, everybody. Brilliant. Well done indeed. Very, very well done indeed. Well, that's it from me. Look out for videos coming up later on. I will see you back for the closing bell. I want to thank our audience who have joined us today over there on Rumble. This is our Rumble audience. Here they are. Rumblers! For current J&J holders, what happens if you don't do anything? Nothing. You'll just keep your J&J shares. Anyone on chat? 3 people watching. I'm here off and on. Yes, I'm always here. There you go. I'm always here. Welcome to all of you. Thanks for tapping the like. Thanks to all of you that watched me on Twitter as well. But that's it from me. Thanks, everyone. See you in Discord. Brilliant. So, and a huge shout out to Sensei today for some really great content. And we had a bit of issues there with the power, but we got there in the end. I'll see you all back in a bit. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, your money, your crypto, and most importantly, take care of each other. Bye-bye.